Hello everyone, so nice update here on Russia's pontoon crossing. Ukraine has released footage today showing them targeting Russia's pontoon crossings near Glushkovo. This video here shows an already constructed pontoon bridge getting hit by HIMARS cluster munitions, as well as a pontoon under construction and a nearby crane or excavator getting hit by a combination of cluster rounds and FPV drones. You can also see in the video a Pontoon Park 2005 vehicle which deploys the pontoons getting socked right in the kisser by another FPV drone. So, all in all, an excellent bit of work by Ukraine here. It was only a matter of time until this pontoon got hit by Ukraine. We had confirmation of it yesterday by satellite. Imagery, but it's nice to see some videos too. So, let's see where this is. The truck is shown in blue, the excavator and bridge under construction shown in black, and the red line marks roughly where the completed pontoon bridge was. So, Russia was going to build a second pontoon here, but the vehicles and the bridge itself were hit before they could be deployed. Russia's other confirmed crossing is in the blue box shown near Glushkovo. This is now Russia's only way to resupply the southern side of the same river after Ukraine destroyed the bridges. Now, we also have some more interesting things to look at, so let's go through them. Firstly, a correction here, and a correction which I think you'll like. So the screenshot on screen now is from a video I did yesterday, which was shared by Russian sources as showing a Ukrainian column being destroyed by LMUR missiles from a Kar-52. Well, we have a bit of an update. Check this video out. This shows the lead vehicle of that convoy, which turns out to actually be a Scooby-Doo van as it gets destroyed. Some sources saying it actually was a mine here, rather than an LMUR missile. But in full video certainly, the rear of the column was hit by LMURs as we saw one of them miss. Now, Ukraine does use the Scooby-Doo van, or UAZ-452 as it's properly known, but chiefly in an ambulance role, with some use for logistics. They don't use them as the lead vehicle in an assault convoy going through an enemy-occupied city like this. So, this column being hit by the Kar-52, turns out it was a Russian column of vehicles, so another case of friendly fire here. Far from the first friendly fire involving the Kar-52, they hit a pair of Russian Mr. S howitzers early on in Kursk, and a pair of Russian trucks along a road a few days later. Here, they wiped out a Scooby-Doo van plus 3 other unknown Russian vehicles, so Kar-52 once again proven to be one of Ukraine's best weapons of the Kursk incursion. This was here, eastern Korenevo, and heading north. It's been suggested that these were retreating Russians, but as they appear to be supply vehicles with at least one Scooby-Doo van, it could just be a column that carried out a resupply mission, returning north, or casualty evacuation. But certainly, the fact that the lead vehicle was a UAZ, I think that very likely this was not a Ukrainian column, because the UAZ-452 is this, a lightly armoured van, or rather unarmoured van to be more accurate, and not something that will lead a column in a settlement on the front lines full of enemy soldiers. Another Russian loss shared here. This footage shows Ukrainian drones chasing down and destroying a big supply truck of Russia's. It destroys the truck, leaving it burning at the side of a road in a bush. Here's the geolocation. So the truck was heading north, as shown. Zoomed out, this is on the road from Glushkovo towards Kursk. No date was given for the video. This could be a few days old, and so the truck having carried out a resupply mission over the bridge whilst it was still standing. Or, if it's more recent, then maybe resupplying Shagorovo, or even use the pontoon bridge to resupply Glushkovo before the pontoons were destroyed. Now, let's move on. 2 vehicle captures here. This video playing now shows that Ukraine has captured a T-90M of Russia's somewhere in Kursk. No exact location was given. This is in a storage facility of some kind, and has since been repainted a bit by Ukraine. Interestingly, there's a second vehicle in front of it that we don't see enough of to recognise. I do think this is a Russian vehicle as well, as it's further in the storage hangar, so it isn't the recovery vehicle that Ukraine has attached to it to tow away. So it seems 2 vehicles here, one of which is a T-90M, the other one I can't tell at all. Russia removed around 600 T-62s of different variants from storage. Since then, 177 have been destroyed or captured. The better tank captured is this. Ukraine has bagged itself another T90M, seen in this video here, being towed along a road by another tank. The T90M looks to be in pretty decent condition. I expect we'll see this possibly repaired if there's any damage to it and that sort of thing, and put back into service pretty soon. Russia had 67 T90Ms in service at the start of the war, but the tank is still under production, as some have been built since, and also Russia has upgraded older T90 variants to T90M standard. 104 T90Ms are up on Oryx so far, 6 of which are captured, so these are quite rare additions to Ukraine's army. This one hasn't been added yet. This was here, so the T90M likely captured in either Snagost or a Panosovka being a recently captured settlement for Ukraine. This video here is quite an interesting one showing a Russian BTR-82 ambushing a Ukrainian APC of an unknown type at very close range. Early on, you see one of the Ukrainian videos drive down a road, whilst the second one gets hit at very close range by the BTR-82. Now, despite the fire and flames and smoke, the Ukrainian vehicle does remain moving. We see it pull away from the battle and withdraw while still on fire. It does certainly look to be in a bad way though, so no idea how far it managed to get. Hopefully it made it out and the crew were okay. Now, before I look at where this was, I have a quick screenshot to go through. Check out all of these heat signatures here. There's a lot of fighting going on inside this settlement at the moment. The most interesting for me is the one highlighted in blue here, partially obscured by the drone's target marker. This is seen better at the end of the video, and looks to be on a road, but Google Maps shows it's a sort of driveway. Certainly appears to be another vehicle burning. No way to tell if this is another Ukrainian vehicle destroyed or a Russian one. Could even be a civilian car left here and destroyed in the fighting. This was in a settlement called Ruskaya Konopelka, shown here to be east of Suja. Zoomed in, we can see it was like this. So the BTR-82 was on the left, the 2 Ukrainian vehicles on the right. So one Ukrainian vehicle escaped down point 1 shown by the arrow. The second vehicle got hit multiple times by the BTR-82 and was set on fire. That one carried on moving and managed to escape down point 2, but it's unknown how far it actually managed to get before halting. It certainly looked like it was in a bad way. The video starts with this action already taking place, so I don't know where these Ukrainian vehicles came from. If they were heading from the west, heading east, and the BTR-82 pulled out of a hiding place to ambush them from behind, or if this Ukrainian patrol had reached further into town and the BTR-82 sort of cut off the route heading out. The other burning vehicle is in the red box. There is a white object there which could be a shed or garage or even a vehicle parked up on Google Maps. And that could be what is on fire. I can't tell for certain. Now, a few days ago, we saw signs of a Ukrainian push east of Agronom, and it appeared to be in Ukrainians' hands. That one was a column of 4 MRAPs, I believe sentinels, senators even. With this battle taking place in Ruskaya Kupelka, I think it likely that is the case and Agronom is in Ukrainian hands. So, the big one today is the reveal that the column we looked at yesterday was actually Russian. Very good news, as that looked like a very nasty one for Ukraine. 4 vehicles taken out by a Kar 52 in a matter of seconds, but turns out it's friendly fire. That does still mean though, however, we don't have any confirmation yet of a Ukrainian presence in Korenevo. That settlement is still contested, and other than a handful of vague photos which couldn't be geolocated, I haven't seen anything for definite of Ukrainians inside. So there aren't any territorial changes to report today. The big area to keep an eye on is the area towards the west, the Glushkovo district. I've mentioned this a lot recently, but with all 3 bridges being down and Ukraine hitting the river crossings, then the Russian positions there are going to be very vulnerable as they can't be resupplied. Unless Russia attempts to resupply with Mi-8 helicopters. But if Ukraine has SAMs positioned along the border, that would be very risky. But at the moment, any helicopter operations would be out of manpad range, so it is definitely an option for Russia. The helicopters wouldn't be able to bring heavy vehicles over as reinforcements, but we could potentially resupply the troops on howitzers and the like if needs be, and even bring specialist teams over to help the Russian defence here. I definitely don't think Russia is going to give up this area yet. They're going to try and hold and hope this Ukrainian offensive grinds to a halt. And also interested today, Ukraine added another T90M to their collection. These are Russia's best active tank. Given the destruction of the bridges, I expect when the area west is abandoned by Russia, we will see Ukraine pick up a whole host of goodies since the vehicles here can't be removed by Russia. So anything they leave behind will be captured by Ukraine, and I expect there's a decent amount here. So, that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. Now before I finish, I'm going to play a video from Sanath about the ongoing fundraiser. Big thanks to everybody who's helped out so far. The donation link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and take care everybody.
Hello HIMARS community, my name is Sanath. I'm a volunteer that's been helping the Ukrainian military for the past 2.5 years. I live in Ukraine and have been here for about 10 years. At the start of the war, my good friend Yuri, who was my gym instructor, went to join the military, and I stayed on to help support these guys. We've done lots of work along the way, so thank you for everyone who supported us. We currently have a fundraiser ongoing for an armoured vehicle. Cyclist for an armoured vehicle. It's going really well. We've raised nearly £10,000. We have got £15,000 to go. The vehicle has already been purchased and is now at the garage. It's having a BMW engine installed, and then it will be taken to Ukraine to have the ceramic and Kevlar armaments installed. So with your continued support, we'll be able to bring this project to a successful conclusion. Thank you very much.